Good afternoon, friends. Today we have a special book that asks us to use our word brains and our number brains at the same time to solve a mystery. See if you can help me do it. The book is called The Deductive Detective, and it's written by Brian Rock and illustrated by Sherry Rogers. Duck, the deductive detective, was sitting at his desk when the phone rang with an urgent message. Someone stole one of the cakes from the cake contest. Detective Duck is on the case. When Duck arrived, Owl, the night watchman, took him to the scene of the crime. All 13 bakers were already there. Fox was sitting in a chair crying, "Someone stole my beautiful cake." Who could have stolen it? Asked Owl. Get it? Who. Detective Duck looked at the scene and said, "One of these 12 bakers stole that cake. But I'll quack this case in no time. I'll find clues that will subtract each suspect until there's just one left." "Aha!" exclaimed Duck, pointing to the remaining cakes. "Look how small this cake is." "That's my cake," squeaked Mouse. "I couldn't bake a bigger cake or it'd be too big for me to carry." "And that is why you could not have stolen the cake," explained Duck. "That," said Mouse, "and because I only like cheesecake." 12 suspects minus 1 mouse equals 11 suspects left. "Now," said Duck, "what time was the cake stolen?" "It was taken at sunrise when I went to get breakfast," said Owl. "That means you could not have taken the cake," said Duck, pointing at Rooster. "I heard you crow at sunrise this morning, so you could not have been here as well. So you're free to fly the coop." "Great," said Rooster. "I've got other things to cook-a-doodle-doo." 11 suspects left minus 1 rooster equals 10 suspects. Okay, we're at 10. "What about these doors?" asked Duck, pointing to the double doors at the front of the room. "Were they still locked when the cake was stolen?" "Of course. Who else would have the keys?" replied Owl. "Then Elephant is not our thief," said Duck, "since the only way he can fit into this room is through these 2 doors." "That's because I'm royalty," said Elephant. "I come from a long line of tutors." 10 suspects minus 1 elephant equals 9 suspects left. "And what's this?" said Duck, as he looked closely at the table of cakes. "It looks like a strand of hair," said Owl. "And look, there's some more over there by the kitchen. Who could have left them?" "Certainly not Swan," said Duck. "Swans have feathers, not hair, so Swan couldn't be our thief." "Of course," said Swan. "The only thing I've ever stolen is the spotlight in Swan Lake." 9 suspects minus 1 swan equals, that's right, 8 suspects left. "It looks like our thief escaped through the kitchen," said Duck as he followed the strands of hair across the floor. "It looks dark in there. Have those lights been off all night?" "Yes," answered Owl. "But one of our suspects would never go into a dark room alone," said Duck, "which is why Horse is free to race home." "It's true," said Horse. "I'm not a dark horse." 8 suspects minus 1 horse equals 7 suspects left. "Now she's shed some light on this case," said Duck as he opened the kitchen doors and turned on the lights. "Look at all those pots and pans hanging from the ceiling." "Who knew we had so many pots and pans in here?" asked Owl. "And not one of them has been knocked off, which means our big antlered friend Moose has not been through here lately." "That's right," said Moose. "I haven't been here since I finished my chocolate mousse cake." Get it, chocolate mousse? Use your fingers. Let's see. 7 suspects minus 1 moose equals 6 suspects left. "Look there on the floor," observed Duck. "You mean that spilled flour?" asked Owl. "Yes," replied Duck. "Our thief spilled a bag of flour and dragged his long tail through it." "But Pig doesn't have a long tail," said Duck, "so she couldn't have hogged the cake." I don't know why I even entered this contest, said Pig. Nothing good ever happens when I'm baking. 6 suspects minus 1 pig equals 5 suspects left. He's narrowing it down. The trail of flour leads here, said Owl, pointing to the counter. Which means whoever took the cake jumped up here before they left, explained Duck. But that's too high to jump, said Duck, if you're a cow. So cow is free to move along home. I probably shouldn't mention this, said Cow, but my great-grandmother once jumped over the moon. 5 suspects minus 1 cow equals 4 suspects left. This window must be how he escaped, said Duck. Who? Asked Owl. The thief, answered Duck, and he left a handprint on the sill on the way out. This tells me that Tiger could not be our thief, said Duck, because tigers have paws, not hands. And I have claws on my paws, said Tiger. That's why I always bake from scratch. 4 suspects minus 1 tiger equals 3 suspects left. Look at that window, said Duck. What about it, asked Owl. That's a pretty small space to crawl through, answered Duck, especially if you're a kangaroo. Therefore, Kangaroo is free to hop along home. Now I can go clean up, said Kangaroo. My Joey's all doughy. 3 suspects minus 1 kangaroo equals 2 suspects left. Now, where does the trail go from here? Asked Duck, looking out the window. It's odd that there are no footprints on the ground, noticed Owl, which means our thief must have swung from tree to tree to get away, said Duck. Which is very difficult to do, said Duck, if you're a raccoon. Of course, I'm the last suspect ruled out, said Raccoon. Just because I have a mask, everyone thinks I'm a thief. That means our thief could only be 2 suspects minus 1 raccoon equals 1 thief. Who do you think it was? The monkey, said Duck, pointing to the thief. The only question I have left is, why did you steal it? I couldn't help it, said Monkey, as Owl grabbed his arm. It was a banana cream cake. The end. Guilty monkey. I hope you enjoyed the story. Now go home. Practice that math. Practice that math. Start with 12. Take away 1, 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 until they're all gone. Good night.